introduce you about Suwon-Hwasong. Suwon-Hwasong Fortress was completed at the time of King Jeongjo's reign. King Jeongjo planned to build the Hwasong Fortress in Suwon and make it a new center of military and commerce to strengthen the royal authority. It was built scientifically with the use of Eastern and Western architectural techniques. Suwon-Hwasong Fortress was listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in recognition of its outstanding, significant characteristics and beauty in various buildings. First, I will introduce you about Hwahongmun. Hwahongmun Gate was the northern water gate of Suwon-Hwasong, which flows through Hwasong Fortress in Suwon and was used to control the waterways to prevent flooding. Paldamun Gate is the southern gate of Hwasong Fortress in Suwon, and a semicircular Hwasong Fortress was installed to defeat the enemy from all directions. The fire hydrant is an observatory that monitors the surrounding area, and the ondol was installed here because soldiers stayed there all the time. Let me explain the characteristics of Suwon-Hwasong Fortress. First of all, Suwon-Hwasong is a castle that was planned and made. It is a fortress city created by combining fortresses for human habitation and fortresses for defense. And I actively utilized new scientific knowledge and technology. We've created a variety of previously uncommon defense facilities. Brick was used as a building material and piled up solidly. It is designed to match the surrounding terrain to show unique beauty. The art of the Hwasong Fortress is a construction report that details the process of constructing Hwasong Fortress in Suwon and its design plan. Japanese colonial rule and the Korean War greatly damaged to restore the Suwon Hwasong. Please see Hwasong Songyak Euye. A large amount of Joseon Dynasty books, including Hwasong Songak Euye, have been listed as world records of the world. What technology did they use to build Suwon Hwasong Fortress? First of all, the fortress was constructed in the shape of a circle outside the main gate to protect the fortress from enemy invasion. In addition, the government installed the money in the castle so that the information could be delivered through smoke during the day and fire at night. Finally, Gongshindom means empty money table and allows the military to attract the enemy in the money. First of all, I will explain about Hwahongmun. This is Hwahongmun. The representative power of Suwon Hwasong Fortress. Suwon streams flows north and south in Hwasong, with floodgates installed on the connecting part of the fortress, and Buksumun Gate is northern water gate of Mars with 7 rainbow-shaped floodgates installed. The characteristic is that the size of the 7 sluice gates are different. The middle floodgates are wider and larger than the left and right floodgates are effectively controlled the rainfall. On the eastern hill of Hwangmun, there is a fire-fighting water tank that boasts a splendid architectural beauty. And I will explain you about Paldamun. Located to the south of the fortress, this gate is a medium-rise usingak roof building with 5 bays in front space and 2 bays inside space. It was built as the south gate when the fortress was built in Suwon in 1796, and the Padal Sun Mountain was located on the west side of the castle and was named after it. and I will explain you about 방화수류정. The 방화수류정 was completed on October 19, 1794. It has a command post that monitors the surrounding area and commands the military, along with a pavilion that harmonizes with the surrounding neutral environment. 방화수류정, which means finding flowers and playing along the willow, is different depending on the location of the pavilion due to its unique floor plan and roof shape. It is considered to be the most outstanding and original architecture on Mars that cannot be seen in other castles. And I will explain you about the person named 정약용. 정약용 was the one who greatly helped 수원화성 fortress. He worked hard to make a great castle. 정약용 wanted to make a beautiful castle, so he also wanted to build a strong castle where he could defend himself if the enemy invaded. 정약용 drew a plan of the castle and calculated the materials and costs needed to build the castle. 정약용 made a crane using the principle of a pulley that lifts a heavy object with little force. The book 화성에게, which meticulously records the construction process of Mars, contains a picture of the entire fully assembled crane and a breakdown of each part. I will explain you about the 농로. It was used to build castles or large houses in the late Joseon dynasty. A square frame was made of a square frame, and two long supports were set at an angle to the front of the frame. An arrow was attached to the top of the bush, and a reel was installed on the back of the wooden frame, connecting the rope to the reel and the wheel, attaching the object to the other side of the line, and then rolling the rope to lift it up. In 1796, two frameworks were constructed when the Suwon Fortress wall was built. According to the Gwak of Hwasong Fortress, Weigwe, the size of the frame was 15 long, 10 high, and 35 long trees were divided into two groups of 8 people, turning the wheel from the left to the right and dragging it to the desired position and then delaying it again. And I will explain about the 유형거. The cart was a very important part of the material transport used to build Mars, the 수원화성. However, because the existing large carts were expensive to build and the wheels were too high to load and the spokes were weak, and small carts had to struggle through puddles or ground protrusions, 다산 정약용 devised a new type of wagon for the Hwasong Fortress. Contains a detailed description of the system and its principles, while all the other devices used in the sanctuary all covered in Kwanzaa's drawing. Today I searched about 수원화성. 수원화성 Fortress is a historic site of Suwon, 경기도. 화성 Fortress in Suwon, where 정조 and 정약용's dreams are buried. I've been there about twice, and it's amazing, and it's very amazing every time I go to the 수원화성. It surprised me that it was a building made with various machines like 유형거, 농로, and 거중기. And the 방어수리정 is also a very beautiful building, so it remains in my memory for a long time. 수원화성 Fortress is a cultural heritage site that is the pride of Gyeonggi-do Province. Thank you.